minutes to 9, and it is a beautiful day. It is a blessed day of Jummah, and once again gives us the opportunity to do justice to this beautiful day, to get closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to seek His acceptance, and also our du'as. And our du'as are with the people of Palestine. And we've just learned this morning with the resumption of the attacks on Gaza. We heard early on when we spoke to Dr. Khalid Kadumi, 6 martyrs already. How many more since we have spoken to him in the last half an hour? And let us use this opportunity to make dua for our brothers and sisters in Palestine. And also at the same time, we turn to our honorable, our respected ulama to provide us with inspiration, to provide us with nasiha, and to provide us with a guidance. And alhamdulillah, once again, this morning we have the pleasure of Moulana Ismail Amod, who is with the Jamiatul Ulama Natal, to provide us with the weekly Jummah nasiha. Moulana, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Jazakallah khairan so much for joining us, Molana, and looking forward to the nasiha once again. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. The platform is all yours.
Jazakallah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala rasulih al-kareem amma ba'd. Faqad qala Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala fil Qur'an al-Majid wal Furqan al-Hamid. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. الذين آمنوا وتطمئن قلوبهم بذكر الله ألا بذكر الله تطمئن القلوب وقد قال الله تبارك وتعالى في مكان آخر ومن أعرض عن ذكري فإن له معيشة ضنكا صدق الله العظيم. As believers, as Muslims in this world, or even as non-Muslims, as human beings in this world, we are all looking, each one of us and every one of us is looking for success, peace, happiness, joy, tranquility in this world. Every single person, if you ask them what are they looking for, they will tell you they are looking for success in this world. They are looking for peace, they are looking for happiness, they are looking for joy, they are looking for tranquility in their lives. Unfortunately, we have been sold a lie in this world by shaitan and by the agents of shaitan, who are the kafirs, meaning the non-Muslims. They have promised us that success, they have showed us their picture of success. And what is their picture of success in this world? They will tell you that when you, from the age of 2, 3, 4 years old, you need to go into a school, a preschool or a creche or a grade double R, or now they're making it from 3 to 4 years old. Smaller and smaller children are now going into school every day. And from there, you need to sit in that school for so many years, 12 years to 15 years, up to grade 12. And in matric, you need to get 7 A's. And from 7 A's, you need to go into a university. And in that university, you need to become out a doctor, lawyer, accountant, or architect. You need to get one of the degrees of this world, PhDs, whatever it is. And then after that, you need to get a good job. And then you need to earn as much money as you can. You need to earn it in the hundreds of thousands or in the millions of rands. And then you need to buy the latest cars, and you need to buy the latest bus, and you need to buy the latest beachfront flats, and the best clothes, and the best food, and you need to fly around the world and have the woman of this world and have the riches of this world. And they will tell you that in that is happiness and success. That success depends on your bank balance. Success depends on your degrees and your qualifications. Success and happiness and joy and peace and tranquility in the world, the kafir is telling you this, shaitan is telling you this, Dajjal is telling you this, that success, peace and happiness depends on how much material items of this world that you have. The more you have, the more happy you're supposed to be. The more you have, the more successful you have to be. So as your bank balance is higher, you got 10 million or 20 million or 50 million or 100 million or 1 billion or 5 billion or 10 billion or 20 billion. The more you have, the more successful and the more happy you are. I'm here to tell you today that you have been sold a lie. Most Muslims in this world, unfortunately, we have fallen for this lie and for this deception of shaitan. We have fallen for the lie of the non-Muslim who has sold us this lie. That success they are showing you is the success of the dunya. This temporarily short world in this dunya. And that is why you see sometimes when it comes to Palestine, then we see that Muslims around the world, as the bombs are dropping, the depression is increasing in actually the lives of Muslims. Because unfortunately, we have understood that the success is the success of this world. We're looking around us and we're thinking that we are living, for example, soft, pampered lives. We have it a little bit easy. For example, in this country, alhamdulillah, has made it a little bit easy for us certain times. So we are wondering that those bombs are now dropping and those blood is, the bodies are now, basically being, torn into pieces. And we're thinking that we have the success here in this, in actually our country. Things are so soft for us, and in there they're having it so difficult. And we're measuring success and happiness in actually those terms. Allah is showing us the formula for success in the Quran Sharif. And Allah is telling us that الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَتَطْمَئِنُّ قُلُوبُهُم بِذِكْرِ اللَّهِ أَلَا بِذِكْرِ اللَّهِ تَطْمَئِنُّ الْقُلُوبُ. That success, happiness, joy, satisfaction which you are running behind in this world. You're thinking that your cars and your houses and your bank balances and your degrees and your qualifications and all these things that you're running behind, Allah says success is not in those items. Happiness and joy is not in those items. Allah is showing you that only and solely in the obedience of Allah will your heart find peace, contentment, satisfaction and happiness. Otherwise, you will see millionaires suffering with depression. You will see billionaires committing suicide. Every day you see actors and actresses and rich and famous people. Their bank balances are sitting in the hundreds of millions, but they are suffering from such different depression and they are committing suicide every day. If your success was dependent on your bank balance and your success in this dunya, then why are these people suffering with such high levels of depression? Why is the rate of suicide so high amongst the millionaires and the billionaires? The reason is that there is success and happiness and joy was not in those items. Success and joy and happiness is only and solely in the obedience of Allah. And Allah is clearly stating this in the Quran. Allah bi dhikrillahi tatma'innul qulub. That only and solely in the obedience of Allah, in the worship of Allah, in the happiness of Allah, will your heart find peace, will your heart find contentment, joy, satisfaction and happiness and success. Only in this. In the disobedience of Allah, you will never ever find happiness. Allah explained this in the Quran. وَمَنْ أَعْرَضَ عَنْ ذِكْرِي فَإِنَّ لَهُ مَعِيشَةً ضَنْكَ. That break my rules, turn away from my obedience, turn away from my respect, turn away from obeying me and worshipping me. And Allah says, I will make your life very, very difficult. You will have a very tough, difficult life in this world, full of depression, full of anxiety, full of unhappiness, full of suicidal thoughts, sitting by this psychiatrist and going to, basically taking those antidepressants, and you'll be taking mood stabilizers, and you'll be taking sleeping tablets, and tablets upon tablets, running to this psychologist, that therapist, this counselor, that psychiatrist, looking for happiness in all the things of this world. You will never find it. That is why Allah is telling us, Hayya ala salah, hayya ala falah. That success and happiness is in the masjid. Hayya ala salah, come to salah, come to success. Read your 5 times a day salah for the men in the masjid, for the woman in the house. Allah is saying success is in your salah. Success is, happiness is in the obedience of Allah. When you are obedient to Allah, when you follow the rules of Allah, Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Allah says, I will make you happy. And so the simple slogan that I want to, that my message is today is happy Allah, happy life. The feminists, they will come out and they will tell you happy wife, happy life. And make your wife happy because they want the man to now worship the wife. They want to make the wife now become, they want to, break up the marriage system. So they're making the woman into the man now, basically. Want to take the woman out of the house and they will take the woman and go into the marketplace and into the workplace so that the family system breaks up. The children are now neglected. So they will use slogans like happy wife, happy life. I'm here to tell you that the slogan is happy Allah, happy life. Make Allah happy and Allah will make you happy. This is where our happiness is. And sometimes we will look at the situation in Palestine and now we will think that the people are suffering on that side. Yes, they are going through difficulties. And we will look at our situation where we are so-called living in a little bit of peace and security and we don't have bombs dropping on us. And we will think that we are more fortunate than them. In reality, the reality is not like that. If you look at the situation of Ibrahim alayhi salam, Ibrahim alayhi salam was sitting in the middle of the fire. If you looked from somebody from outside, looked at Ibrahim alayhi salam, they would have thought he's suffering in the middle of the fire. He's being burnt. Namrud, the king of the time, takes Ibrahim alayhi salam and throws him into the middle of the fire. Any onlooker, they would be thinking that Ibrahim alayhi salam is suffering and being burnt in the middle of the fire. But in the middle of the fire, Allah gave him such peace and tranquility, happiness, that he said that those were the best days of his life. So Allah can give you peace in the middle of bombs dropping upon you. And Allah can take away your peace in the middle of a palace. You can be sleeping in the middle of a 10 million, 20 million, 100 million rand palace, and you could have a billion rand business, and Allah can take away your peace and happiness. Allah is the one that gives peace and happiness. In the middle of the bombs dropping, Allah is giving the Palestinians happiness and joy. And in the middle of our palaces that we are sleeping in, Allah is taking our happiness and joy away. Because happiness and peace and success and tranquility is only and solely in the obedience of Allah. When you obey Allah, when we make the purpose of our life the obedience of Allah and the happiness of Allah, Allah will make our lives very, very easy. And when we start forgetting about Allah and we focus on the dunya, when the dunya becomes our objective, when this world becomes our objective, the name and the fame and the position and the power and the status and the wealth and the material objects of this world, when that becomes our purpose of life, we forget about the akhirat, we forget our real purpose in life was to worship Allah, our real purpose of life was to please Allah, our real purpose of life was to recognize Allah, was to gain the knowledge of Allah. We thought, no, we need the PhDs of this world. A person has a PhD, but he doesn't know how to make wuzu properly. He has the degrees of this world, he doesn't know how to read his salah properly. He has all the degrees and qualifications of this world, he doesn't know how to discharge his zakat properly. He doesn't know the basic rules of Islam, but is the highest qualified person in the dunya. Is that what our purpose is for in this world, that we came to become the experts of this dunya? No, as Muslims, we are the experts of the akhirat. The kafir is the expert of the dunya, the Muslim is the expert of the akhirat. Our life is the life of the next world. The people that are passing away in Palestine, they have already reached their Jannah, they have got their paradise, they have passed their test, their examination is over. They are now sitting in paradise and they are enjoying themselves, whilst we are crying for them, but they are smiling on that side. We need to cry for our own selves. We need to now start realizing that this life of this world is not for us. It never was for us. Allah never created this life for us. Allah created us for the akhirat. The dunya was created for the kafir and the akhirat was created for the Muslim. Let us now focus on the akhirat. Let us now realize that there's no happiness in this dunya. The happiness is the happiness of the akhirat. The happiness of this dunya is a few days. It's a little bit short-lived. And we want, we're looking for this joy and comfort in this world. You won't find it in this world. Joy, peace, and comfort and happiness complete is only found in the akhirat. And the Palestinians have already received this, they already have it, and they're already enjoying it. So we make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that Allah makes us understand that the secret of success and happiness is happy Allah, happy life. Make Allah happy and Allah will make you happy in life. Akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
Ameen, Ya Rabbal Alameen. Jazakallah khairan so much, Maulana, for the wonderful nasiha. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us the understanding and more importantly, to practice upon what He said. Allah ta'ala reward your efforts. And we appreciate Jazakallah khairan for the nasiha once again. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
That was Moulana Ismail Amod with us with the nasiha, which brings us straight on to news because Zayed Jed was standing by.